John D. here in an undisclosed location somewhere in the United States, and we're about to make the Lemon Ginger Blast from the legendary Lou Corona. This is what I've been drinking, and lots of other people have been drinking it, and it's the best juice that I've ever had for making you feel awesome in the morning or throughout the day, and making you not want food, and for cleaning out your system of parasites, making it antifungal, antibacterial. Look up Lou Corona, he'll tell all about it, but we couldn't find, or I couldn't find, a good clear recipe for it, so I had to experiment. Here's your recipe for the Lemon Ginger Blast. We're going to be juicing right here on the Angel, and we're going to start out with some lemons. Juice one lemon. One lemon in there. Now we've got some Granny Smith apples. We're going to do about 2 Granny Smiths. If you've got a centrifugal juicer, that's the spinning, cutting wheel, then this will be much faster. You won't get as much juice, and you may have to tweak the recipe just a little bit because it's not as good on leafy greens. So you may want to add some cucumber, some celery, things like that that are high water content, softer vegetables that will really juice up fast. Also, it's much faster. You can put the whole apple in there and it's gone. The Breville is a centrifugal juicer, the Jack LaLanne, and there's lots of others that are centrifugal. We're using the Angel. It's better on leafy greens. You can also use the Green Star, Omega. There's lots of different price variances in there. We're using the Angel because this thing will last absolutely forever. But don't be scared if you go look up an Angel and see the price of it. It's only for the people that are really, really serious about having an awesome juicer. So the Green Star or the Omega would be a more economical. So there's about 2 green apples, and just because when you're first starting to juice, you want to make things sweeter. You want more fruit in it because you want it to be a very enjoyable experience. And the more you juice, the more you start to crave the greens and the stuff that's a little more maybe a little more of an acquired taste. So in the beginning, we make a lot of apple soap. Put a couple of Granny Smith. You know, you can put a red apple or 2, Gala, Brauburn. The best is Honey Sweet. That's the most delicious apple. All right, so we got the lemon. We're going to do some arugula now. Now this is fresh arugula, and we had to clean it really well. It's all organic. And but you may be able to find better in your local grocery stores the boxes of arugula. They're smaller. It's like baby arugula, and it's still good. Just put that in there. You'll eat it right up. If you've got the centrifugal juicer, you can do this. You're not going to get near as much juice. It's going to eject a lot of it out the back, but you'll still get some of the juice from it. Keep on going. Here we've got some cilantro and some parsley. These are great things to put in your body, cilantro and parsley. And this should do them really quick. We get through the arugula. Notice how the Angel's just sucking that arugula right in. Get a good close-up of that, Avery. It's pretty awesome the way the twin gear juicer just sucks that right in there. Now listen, the twin gear juicer, if it's slower, it's harder to clean, why would anybody want one? Well, the reason's simple. It pulls a lot more juice out. The juice lasts longer. If you've got a centrifugal juicer, you pretty much need to drink it as soon as you juice it. Let's go ahead and start feeding those in there. I think if you go stalk down, let's try stalk down. Should just, there you go, pulls it right in. Just wear them out. You've got to drink it pretty much as soon as you juice it because it's oxidizing those fruits and vegetables, cutting it, allowing all kinds of oxygen to get through it. Just like when we just had these apples cut open for, maybe in preparation, maybe 20 minutes. And you can see they're already oxidizing. They're turning brown, and you hear the word antioxidant all the time, and that's exactly what we're looking for, is things that are antioxidant. This is designed perfectly to have a skin on it. That's the packaging. This is the only kind of packaged food you want to eat, is the kind that's packaged naturally. Now there's some really good raw foods that they package, nuts and things like that can still be in their natural packaging as well. And that's cool, but that's the thing. When you take the packaging off, it immediately starts to oxidize. When you put it through here, it's more like the human body the chewing process, it's more like that instead of a cutting process. So you maintain much more nutrients, and it lasts for a lot longer. About half of each will be good for one serving. So, you know, you can do one bunch of parsley, one bunch of cilantro. You can do a half a bunch. You experiment to what you like. But basically, if you just buy one bunch and put it in, if you've got a centrifugal, you'll have to use a little more to get the flavor, because it's going to eject a lot of it out in the back. This is absolutely pulling every bit. Like, you can see the pulp here. I'm up here in the light, and look at this. This is the pulp from the arugula and some of the parsley cilantro. You can see that it's not like if you look in the back of a centrifugal, it'll be whole big pieces. Like, you'll actually see stuff like this in it, meaning that you got no juice out of it. But in this, you see that that has really had the, I mean, I can squeeze that as hard as I want to, and there's no water coming out of it. That means that you got more juice for your money, because you pay for these, for this produce, and you want as much juice for your money as possible. Okay, that's probably enough there. All right, so we've got arugula. Now, the ginger. I've just bought organic ginger. I cut it up. This is very confusing because you look online and they'll say 1 to 3 inches of ginger. Well, you got to be careful, because 1 inch of ginger this big is different than 1 inch this big. So you want to start with just a little bit of ginger and then get your taste, your perfect recipe. So we're going to put this little bit of ginger in there. Here we go. Boom. And that's powerful stuff. Then we have this, the key ingredient, the habanero pepper. Before I saw this recipe and started juicing and getting healthy, I didn't even know what habaneros were. But I found out they're 30 to 50 times hotter than a jalapeno pepper. So this is powerful. It's also massively healthy for your body. It's going to fight the mucus. It's going to get your system, you breathing good. It's going to get your sinuses cleaned out. It's going to make you feel like $1 million. It's going to get rid of headaches and all the things that trouble someone on the standard American diet, the SAD diet every day. It's going to get rid of them. This again, I could put this whole one in there because I've been working up to it. Lee Corona uses 3, but we're only going to put about half. We're going to put about half, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that. You've got to be careful with the habanero. You don't want to handle it a whole lot. If you handle this and the oil gets on your hands and you scratch your eye, you're going to be in a little pain. So I even try not to touch them at all. Just right in there. Juice it right in. And then you may want to run an apple or 2 in after, just to make sure that the juice continues pushing through so it doesn't get caught in the juicer. There it goes. And now you just watch for the juice to come out. Make sure that it pushes it through. And believe me, it just takes a little bit of that. Okay, so that's everything. Now here's the step. If you've got a centrifugal juicer, you're going to turn that off. If you've got a centrifugal juicer, you're going to get juice that probably doesn't have hardly any foam at all. In this twin gear, it does produce some foam no matter what. You can see right there, you can see the different layers here. That's, you know, the different stuff we put in. Here's the greens and different things, but we've got foam. I personally like the least amount of fiber in the juice as possible, so come over here and we're going to show you what I personally like to do. Oh, hold on, let me get my strainer here. I just like to use a strainer. You can hold this for me, just hold the strainer right there. Or actually you can pour for me. And just sort of pour solid until it completely fills up, because it'll keep coming through the bottom. Coming through the bottom. And hold it. And then I just put in to clean the screen off and keep it to where it can liquefy through there. I keep letting it strain. Now you can also get nut milk bags. You can order them and put this in a nut milk bag and squeeze it all out, and that'll do a good job if you're doing a quantity of juice, like maybe, you know, a couple days worth. That's the main advantage of having a twin gear or single auger juicer, is that you can make your juice once every couple of days, and you lose a little bit of nutrition that way. I think everybody knows that and agrees that you lose a little bit, but you're drinking so much nutrition, you know, it really is not that big of a deal. I just sort of push the spoon to push the last bit out of the pulp, and then you can see that we've got a really nice juicy consistency. Okay, so let's have a glass here. Here we go. Now I generally drink a quart of this. I'll just take a quart and I'll drink it a little bit throughout the day. This will get your morning start awesome. If you're addicted to coffee, this will get rid of that, and it'll make you totally not crave food. So you know what? I think if you drink this throughout the day, you drink a sensible high raw meal at night with lots of fruits and vegetables, that'll wind you down. But this is the stuff right here. It's the absolute best, healthiest juice I've ever heard of. Give it a try. Ooh.
Spicy. It's good.
Spicy,
it's my
hot.
first time trying this.
It's really good.
It is.
Awesome. The Lemon Ginger Blast is awesome. You look at people like Lou Corona when he's 60 years old and literally he looks younger than me. That's the guy I'm going to listen to. That's the guy I'm going to get advice from. It's the guy I'm going to follow because he's got the results. People love to spout out information all the time and they don't have the results. Listen to the people with the results. Listen to guys like Lou Corona, Peter Ragnar, Dan the Man's got an awesome YouTube channel. Look at those guys, those people that actually look vibrant and healthy and full of life. The Lemon Ginger Blast, it's awesome. It'll change your life. If you like the video, subscribe below. Hit subscribe to this channel. Leave us a comment. We appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Enjoy the Lemon Ginger Blast.